So it's almost like we're sending people to jail because they don't have money.
We decided to sell the family home so we could pay the bond.
These jails. The only difference between this is the wall that separates.
You know, every community gets a bigger jail every so often, and every time, it don't matter how big you get your jail, you know, it gets overcrowded. I guess I moved here, and basically I've lived here all my life on the weekends, but I moved here from Cleveland and for about maybe 10 years, 11 years. I guess I'd have to first of all say, since I've been in recovery, I have sought help and discovered that I was diagnosed with PTSD from early childhood. And PTSD, you know, people relate that to war veterans. People come back from a war. But if you could imagine being in that war since birth, then, you know, it triggers your brain and you don't know why. And so that's where I was. I was in court, in juvenile court a lot, because I was, you know, did school shoplifting, and it was just stupid, petty stuff. Later on, I started going to jail for PI. Alcohol triggered something in me, and it just flipped my switch. So I was in and out of the jail system. My dad, sometimes he'd post my bond. I mean, sometimes he'd be fed up and be like, no, you're gonna sit there, you know. But then I'd lose my job. If I had one at the time, I'd lose my job for not being able to get bonded out. I felt terror, I guess, fear about losing my job. And if I lose my job, then, you know, how am I gonna pay my bills? And when you can't make bail, some people lose their kids, you know, if you can't make bail. I was charged one time. If I had stayed in jail till Monday and not gotten bailed out, then DCS would have took my child and I would have lost him. And that would have crushed my world, but, you know, that didn't happen, thank God. Let's say like a middle-class person goes to jail and they pay their bond and they pay off all their fees and stuff because they have a job, they have everything set. Like, but a poor person cannot afford those things. Jail is like gives them a debt. It puts them a debt over their head, and that debt, it just keeps adding up. And when you're that poor, you can't afford to pay the debt. It's just you're stuck and powerless and helpless, and it's mentally paralyzing. We feel like a piece of property when we're bought like that. When we're incarcerated and can't make bail, we feel trapped like rats. It leaves us trapped in a web of fear and entanglement, and fear, more fear. Fear causes survival mode. You know, when people live in fear, they're backed in a corner. And they, you know, there's a breaking point. The justice system is a never-ending cycle. And criminals are not seen for who they are. They're seen for what they do. But no, it's not like that. Some criminals have the biggest hearts in the whole world. And I've seen that firsthand. It's like a whole different world in there, you know. Most of us pull together, and it's like a different kind of love that you can't possibly imagine. We cry on each other's shoulders like nobody on the outside. I'm thankful for the people who love truly with their hearts, with no strings and no expectations, just love. That's what helps people.